Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Today guys, I'm with Mark Gunnell, who is a swimming teacher at Mount Kelly, and he's brought me to this spot that he's come to a few times, and he's going to tell us a bit about it.
Okay, so St Michael's Mount over our shoulder. You can see the current and the waves are going this way, so we're going to go clockwise around it. A bit choppy over there, bit of a wind picking up 20+ miles per hour, so fingers crossed we'll get round there. Won't we?
Yeah, well, I mean, the weather's great in terms of the sun, but it is a bit windy, a little bit smelly, but we are in Cornwall, and we'll see how it goes. If you do like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for further content. At the beginning, whilst we were pointing out the directions, we wanted to walk down this pier for as long as possible. This was also a good excuse not to swim through the dirty water which was near the beach. The water got clearer as we got further out, but this bit was particularly dirty. I don't know how far this goes, mate. I can still see it, just. No, that's the end of it. Yeah, that's the end. Are you in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Are you on the floor?
No.
No. Right, you ready? That way?
Yep.
Everything good?
Yep.
Whoa! Woo! Oh, mate. All the holes in my wetsuit. We then set off in a clockwise direction round St Michael's Mount. This is due to the 20+ mile-an-hour winds and the current and tide coming this direction. So in theory, when we got to the backside of the swim, we would be pushed along the backside with the current and the wind. The first 15 to 20 minutes or so were by far the hardest. This video does not do it justice, but this really was difficult, swimming against the wind and the current and the waves pushing you in. Woo-hoo. This is brutal. Do you want to head into the island or just go around it?
I think carry on our course.
Right.
And then we flick shot behind it.
Yeah. The sun's making it hard to see. And of course, me not being too used to these longer swims, I had to throw in some backstroke to have opposite rotation of the shoulders every now and then. Mate, we're not getting anywhere. As we swam further, we began to see the side of the castle. St Michael's Mount is a tidal island in Mounts Bay, Cornwall. The island is a civil parish and is linked to the mainland by a man-made causeway of granite setts, passable between mid and low tides. The island is managed by the National Trust. The earliest buildings on the summit, including the castle, date to the 12th century. The water did become clearer as we swam further away from the shore, but due to the weather that we were faced with, we couldn't actually see the bottom.
I hate putting my hand in seaweed.
Mark said that on previous trips he has been able to see the bottom all of the way round and its immense beauty and wildlife whilst swimming closer to the island and in the rocks. So this time we dived down for a bit to see some of that wildlife, but it was still so murky. Then when we reached the backside, the current started to take us across.
Getting carried by the waves. Just a mysterious foam bar. Do you reckon there's something underneath it? No.
I can quickly through that.
What's that? Yeah, all right.
Go through quickly or carefully get up.
Yep.
Then we began our return journey home, which also gave us an opportunity to see the other side of the island. Just have a look at how beautiful this island is. Definitely recommend a visit.
Oh man! There's so much seaweed. Huh? There's so much seaweed.
Yeah.
Oh man!
Like many people, I'm not a massive fan of swimming into seaweed, but on this swim, there was a fair amount. Then, for the last stretch home, decided to go for a little bit of a more tempo swim without stopping, just to get to the shore. In total, the swim was just about 3,000 meters, but considering how long it took to do that first 15 or 20 minutes, I felt like we did a lot more. As we got closer to the shore again, the water started to get dirtier again. And throughout the swim, there were a few areas where the smell of sewage was uncontrollable. It really did make you feel sick, and again, that came when we got to the beach too. Just have a look at how dirty the water is over the next minute or so of footage. It is shocking to see this much pollution on our beaches and in our waters.
But it's absolutely disgusting.
Having a look at these waves now, and imagining smelling a really strong smell of sewage, this isn't a beach that you really would want to visit. Yet normally, it is a stunning beach. It's such a shame this has happened.
Okay, it's a post swim. How was it, mate?
Lovely, picturesque. If you hold your nose, it was gorgeous.
So we had a few adventures today. It was really choppy, really hard for that first part of the swim, going against the current, and for some reason the sewage smell, I mean, it was horrendous. And certain patches it was good, there was nothing, and other patches you literally could not breathe without feeling sick. So not sure why that happened, but apparently that's not normal. So if it hasn't for that, you've seen the footage, it's really, really nice. Shame it was a little bit murky under the water, so we couldn't see anything, but it is what it is.
So you didn't see the whales and the sharks and the dolphins?
I saw the seaweed and the seaweed and the seaweed. But anyway, join us again for another video.